Altar room right now. But if you're joining me, welcome to episode 6 of the Shenmue stream. This is Magnus here, and if you haven't joined my previous streams, let me catch you up. Episodes 1 through 5 dealt with Ryo having his father murdered, investigating, and finding out that the man who murdered your father is probably left to Hong Kong, and you want to go after him. That's the briefest summary I can give you at this point. And right now there's a lot of connection with Chinese pieces of memorabilia that Ryo found in his father's basement, along with a mysterious mirror that the man who murdered your father, Lan Di, was looking for. Now you've got one of them. He took the other one. Now let's continue on and see what's happening. Yesterday, in fact, he had his money stolen. He had his money stolen, or possibly stolen, from a travel agency that actually wanted to help him out. Oh, apparently, not help him out, but sell him a ticket to take a boat to Hong Kong, and that didn't work out. But before I get this story started, and yeah, I'm letting time play a little bit because it's not until tomorrow that we can find out if the guy's got our ticket or at least our money. You know, I've got a couple of announcements to make. First of all, tomorrow is finally the day that you can download Shenmue 3 off of Steam. So there was an exclusivity right for the Epic Game Store for 1 year for Shenmue 3, and that expires tomorrow. So Shenmue 3, pick it up if you haven't already on Steam. Also happening tomorrow will not be my live stream. I am going to stop live streaming tomorrow because on the anniversary of Shenmue 3, and of course after 20 years of Shenmue, Corey Marshall is who is the voice of Ryo Hazuki himself in this game, is going to live stream Shenmue gameplay, and you can join me on his live stream. You can find his Twitch on I believe it's Corey Marshall Voiceover Pro. So look for that on Twitch TV. So it's Twitch TV / Corey Marshall Voiceover Pro. Kind of long, but you'll find me there, and you should definitely join if you want. Welcome to the stream if you're here already. Mondstadt, nice that you made it. Glad that we worked out that time. But let's continue this story and go into large screen mode. Now, what I've got going on right now, believe it or not, I was trying to kill some time, but then I walked outside and Fuxan said that Shenhua brought over some flowers and brought it to the altar room. So I was surprised by that. I'm like, Shenhua bringing flowers? So I'm going to walk over to the altar room, which I believe might be this way, and see what happens.
Nozomi-san was nice enough to bring
Not
those
Shenhua,
flowers.
I meant Nozomi-san.
Nozomi
Sorry.
She even remembered what your father's favorite flowers were.
Really?
She's such a nice girl.
Too bad you won't date her. Those look like nice lilies, to be honest. Let me see if I could actually give her a call. I don't remember her phone number, so I'll have to look it up in the phone book. But Nozomi's so sweet. Like, come on, Ryo. Like, you've got an opportunity there for a chance at a nice girl. Why don't you do something about it? Who knows? So, off we go. And I'm walking around this house like I don't know it. It's weird, but I'm not used to exploring too much. And believe it or not, I had never seen that scene in Shenmue after all the times I've played it, because I tend to rush through the game so often that those scenes I would just like not care for it because I just want the story. But kind of embracing the little details in this game right now. There's a way to get to the front too. I don't know why I'm not doing it. You could just press a button and it'll flip to the front, but I was like going the slow way because again I'm trying to kill time too. Okay, so Nozomi 0468 22550. So 22550. Let's dial Nozomi and possibly tell her thank you. Let me make sure I remember her phone number. Back to remembering phone numbers. 22550.
Yes, hello.
Hello, it's Ryo Hazuki.
Oh, yes, what is it?
Is Nozomi there?
No, she hasn't come home yet.
I see.
Should I have her call you when she gets home?
No, thank you.
All right, if you're sure.
Yes, sorry to bother you.
What's interesting is
Don't
that
mention it.
back then it's funny because even to call like your friends, we may take it for granted now, but getting a hold of somebody in in a phone call was kind of a task in the 80s and even in the 90s, because you had to not only have their number, memorize it, or jot it down in a little black book or a notepad or whatever, but you also, when you called that person's home, because most people did not carry cell phones, you were more than likely going to speak to somebody they knew rather than the person you actually wanted to talk to. Hey, come on, where's Nozomi?
Excuse me.
Yes? Let's see. You're that
Can't
Hazuki
find
boy.
can't find Nozomi.
Yes, Ryo.
I hear all about you from Nozomi. She seems worried about something.
I see.
Alright, maybe she's in the park or something. We gotta get back to Nozomi. Anyway, back then, just calling somebody up over the phone was like... I'll tell you this one story. So it's a pretty funny story, and it goes back to my old high school days. So in high school, I went to high school in the 90s. I was, interested in a particular person in high school, and we traded phone numbers. And this was, I think, my freshman year. So we traded phone numbers, and it was kind of cool, like, to be able to be friends and be calling each other. And she actually would call me. Did I skip the park? That's what I wanted to go for. I skipped the park I wanted to visit. It's not this one. And screw the cat. So I remember that she would call me, and that was like a huge deal to me. Like, I was like so honored to be able to talk to a girl that I was interested in. She would almost showed more interest in me than I did of her. But I had to run to the phone. I had 3 siblings, so I had to run to the phone. I guess Nozomi's not here. Might as well just go back home, go to sleep, and continue the story. So, every time she would call, I wanted to make sure I picked up before my 3 siblings and my mom, because my mom was the most embarrassing person in the world. So, one day she called, as she traditionally called, like in the afternoon, and I ran to get the phone, but my mom caught it in time. So in the landline, if you don't know, if you have a landline phone, every phone that's connected to that landline will ring, and the first person to pick it up will answer the call. So my mother picked it up, and she was like, "Oh, hey, you're calling my son. Do you like him? You want to date him? What's going on between you two?" Like, I hadn't even begun to go that far. So I eventually got the phone, and I was embarrassed, and she's like, "That's okay." And that was the last time her and I ever spoke again. That was like the last time we ever spoke, so it's pretty sad, but it was funny. Thankfully, cell phones have solved that problem, and then I no longer had that issue. But alright, thanks for my embarrassing story. Why not? Tell it as we're living the lives in the 80s. And speaking of Shenhua, who was stuck in my mind, I guess she was stuck in my mind because she's stuck in Ryo Hazuki's mind as well. even though Rio never met her. So to Rio, this is a mysterious little dream that he's having about a girl he's never met before. But why? And why is it snowing? That's a lot of significance. It's winter, and he just saw Shenhua in his dreams. What does that mean? Who knows? Nozomi bought flowers from the altar. Phone's ringing? Or we were expecting this call
Hazuki
from the guy we sold the ticket to.
Asia Travel Company. Okay, just a moment.
Give me that phone.
Hello?
It's Jimmy from Asia Travel. I've got your ticket. I'd like for you to come and pick it up. Please come to the U Arcade on Dobuita at noon.
Ryo-san, what was that phone call about?
The ticket to Hong Kong.
Oh, I see.
I'm going out.
Oh, okay.
So, it looks like that he didn't steal our ticket. He's definitely has it. And he's going to give it to us. At U Arcade? Why would he give it to us at U Arcade? That's a strange place of all places to get that ticket. It's kind of suspicious, right? Because you've been, just purchasing a regular ticket and they had to reserve it. But if you're a place of business, why can't you just get it right away? Why does a person have to wait? Perhaps they have to make the phone calls and do whatever is necessary to make sure that the passenger ticket is reserved on the boat. But then, hey, instead of coming to the place of business, you gotta come to an arcade. Come on, you should be asking why.
Excuse me.
Oh, Rio.
Is this a good time?
What's on your mind?
I want to show you something.
What is it?
This.
What an unusual stone mirror.
Apparently, it is called the Phoenix Mirror.
I see. There is a phoenix carved into it.
Is there anything special about this mirror?
Well, the phoenix is a sacred bird of legend. But this has an ominous feel.
Ominous?
In China, there are many treasures that contain both good and bad fortune. This is called the secret of yin and yang.
The secret of yin and yang?
Secret
You
of
best
yin
be
and yang.
careful. This may have something to do with your father's unfortunate death. I don't know if this information helps, but that's all I can tell you.
I see.
I
Thank
see.
you very much.
So the secret of yin and yang. Again, I mentioned yin and yang yesterday, but yin and yang has a lot of significance in the Shenmue series. And deeper we're finding this balance. Good and evil, yin and yang, dragon and phoenix. And that, if you've played Shenmue 2, and spoilers for those who haven't played, so you could just click off my video, but please don't, but do if you have to. Yin and yang has a lot of significance towards the story in the second game when it comes to the martial artist that you meet in that game. To
Let
not
me
spoil
know
too
if you
much.
need any help.
Sure.
Can't you tell her thank you for the
Rio,
flowers?
Take care of yourself.
Sure.
Nope. It's like, sure. Yeah, you gave me flowers. But no, I'm not going to tell you thank you. Let's try again for another prize in tomato store. So yeah, and fine, I'll tell you, it's Dao Li Shou or Li Shou
May I
Tao.
help you?
This.
Also has a yin and yang amulet that she gives half of to Rio. And that was an amulet that was given to her by her brother, who also escaped because their parents were murdered. Now I thought that she could have possibly been Landi's sister,
No
but
Especially
that was
since you bought
debunked.
merchandise.
I still have hope, but that was pretty much debunked. But there are a lot of similarities between Dao Li Shou or Li Shou Tao and Ryo Hazuki and his story. Alright, so we've got to wait till noon at U Arcade, but let's go there anyway. We could play a few arcade games. Now, it was snowing before, but looks like on this day it's stopped snowing, but you still have a Santa Claus letting you know that it's Christmas time. So, which is nice that they at least acknowledge that. Let's get some more capsule toys.
100 yen each.
Now, one of the reasons that this exists,
Maybe
like
just
the
one.
capsule toys and the arcade and everything else that exists in this game, was because Yu Suzuki, since the late 80s, early 90s, had this concept of building a video game that
I
lets
know
you
this.
experience a real world. Kind of like a world that you can actually live in, that feels lived in. Yu
Maybe I should
Suzuki,
get another.
on his like 3D minded imagination, designed Virtua Fighter as the first polygonal game that featured like polygons creating human characters. He was dead set on
This
creating
again?
this type of world way back then. So it wasn't
Maybe
just
I
a
should
world
get
that you
another.
can like just do specific things in or
Changed
play
my mind.
somewhat of a linear storyline. He wanted it so that you can feel like it's an area that's lived in. Okay, I'm here early. It's not noon yet. But what's going on? Uh-oh.
Yeah! Came for your Hong Kong ticket, did you?
What the?
Yeah, but you are not going to Hong Kong.
Do you work for Landi?
Me? Work for Landi-sama? That's my dream.
What do you want with me?
You know about Juyenda. Tell me all you know. Landi-sama hates Juyenda, so I'll be rewarded for this information.
So you know about Landi. Just who the hell is he?
I'll only tell you if
I've
you
never won
prove
this fight, just to let
stronger
you know.
than me.
We're about to fight. But I've never ever beaten him. So first time for everything, maybe? If I beat him. But I might not. Come on. Ugh. And I'm down. But that's what I expected.
Ryo-san!
Interrupted. I'll save the fun for later.
Dang. Getting our butts kicked.
Just take it easy and rest today.
Next day, he slept for a whole day. It was like 10:30 in the morning when that fight happened. Oh, we're going to Asia Travel Company, because you know what's about to go down. We were set up, and we're not going to take it. What I was mentioning before, hey, I still get my daily allowance, why not? What I was mentioning before is that when Yu Suzuki finally built this world, I should have chosen Dobuita, but whatever, we'll run in the rain. When Yu Suzuki built this world of Shenmue, which he was designing from like the Saturn days, he had the intention of not only building a game that had an interesting story and made you want to play more, but also with the intent of like, you could do anything in this world. You want to pet a cat? Pet a cat. You want to look through this guy's drawers? You can look through this guy's drawers. You want to talk to any citizen in the game? Go right on ahead. Why? Because that's the way the game was designed. You want to buy soda and drink it? You want to eat something? Go ahead. You want a big world that you could run around anywhere in? You want to talk to neighbors? That was the intention. And he built it, and it took a long time and many years, and he made it as realistic to the way the towns exist today as he possibly could. So you can actually go to these places in Japan, and then eventually in the sequels in China, and they're actually there. That's why there's events like buying Capsule toys, drinking soda, talking to casual people. Like, I'm about to talk to Santa, see if he talks to me.
Excuse me.
Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!
See?
Oh, hello there.
The Christmas special set available at Funny Bear Burgers is delicious.
It's only available during the Christmas holiday. What do you say?
Some other time.
Like, that stuff was purposely designed. The fact that there's these street signs and everything, it's what he wanted. It's so that you can play this game even if you've never played it before, or don't even play the story, and you can still have fun. Now let's get our money, or our ticket.
What's your problem?
Damn!
Here we go.
Oh, what? Ah! Ah! Yeah! Ah! Ah! Hey, you!
Hey, stop!
Damn! Ah!
Hey, what
Later,
are you
sorry.
doing?
Hey, wait!
Hey, be careful! Get out of my way! Whoa! I'm sorry!
Gotcha, punk.
Forgive me!
Give me my ticket.
I don't have it anymore!
Cut the crap.
I'm sorry!
I should be feeding this cat.
I'm sorry! An employee ran off with the money! Please don't hurt me! I got a wife and kids!
That's your problem. I still don't have the ticket I paid
Again,
for.
single tracked. I don't care about you.
Take this. Take it to the Philippines.
I don't need this.
I'm planning to skip town tonight. See, I'm broke, bankrupt, cleaned out. I can't get no ticket anywhere.
Quit lying! Who's that skinhead?
I don't know for sure, but I think he's connected to the Mad Angels.
Mad Angels? Where are they?
I can't tell. They'll kill me.
Tell me!
The harbor.
Who's their boss?
I don't know, but they extort from the harbor workers. If you worked there, you'd meet them.
Why is that?
'Cause they always harass the new guys.
The harbor.
The harbor. So basically, now we gotta go to the harbor. And after that little skit, if you had the Dreamcast version, and where we're about to go, the harbor, it's the end of disc 2. And you're about to start the beginning of disc 3. So this is basically where we're pretty much done with this area of the game. And we're about to find out more information on the Mad Angels and everything by going to the harbor and pretty much wrapping up and concluding this game. Now, a lot of things happen in this harbor that we're about to find out because we want to get to Hong Kong. But before we do that, we got to end disc 2. And this is the end of disc 2, which was just getting on the bus again. Now, an interesting thing about this bus is that it actually follows a schedule. So you see how you see weekdays, Saturdays, holidays, and it shows 30, 15:45, 15:45. It's basically on every hour on the hour. At the 30th and 45th minute, you're going to see this bus pass by. Right as scheduled. And it's cool that it actually follows a schedule. Again, talking about Yu Suzuki and how he wanted to have this game be realistic. The fact that you have to pay money to get on a bus. The fact that a bus works on a schedule is everything that he wanted. And that it's realistic. It's like not that you can go just jump in a car, steal a car, and then run and get what you want. You have to do it like the fair, regular way, which is getting on a bus, because we don't have a car. He's 18. He could have a car, but he doesn't. Let's actually talk to this guy and go from there.
Huh? Nothing. It's just I don't reckon I've seen you around before.
Right. I came over from Dobuita.
I see. It's a big harbor, isn't it? Be sure you don't go getting lost now.
Yes.
Now we gotta find the Mad Angels. Now the Mad Angels pretty much are not talked about. They're feared.
Tom.
It's a gang that actually hangs out at the harbor.
Can I ask you something? Do you know anywhere I can get a job around here?
I can give you a job, man.
Thanks. But I want to work in a warehouse or on a ship.
Man, my buddy's ship just left the harbor recently.
Really? That sucks. Know any place that's hiring?
Sorry, I have no idea, man.
I see. Thanks.
Alright, who would know if they're hiring? Do you remember that the first time we came to the harbor, there were a couple of guys trying to pick on somebody, and we taught them a lesson? Maybe if we could find that guy who knows us from high school, maybe we can get him to get us a job. But where would he be? Around here. We need a job at the docks. And I'm running around like I don't know where I am. It's been a while since I've gotten myself familiar with the docks, but Goro is his name. He tends to walk around this place constantly, just walk around in circles like he owns the place. But if it's thinking for a specific storyline purposes, no, it's definitely not this direction. If it's for specific storyline purposes, then I've got to find him in a specific place, which is probably this way. 1 through 11. Going 0. Or we might just have to have a conversation with somebody. And yes, I do want to feed the cat. But not until I pass him by next time. Let me just ask this cop.
Excuse me.
Huh? What is it?
Do you know a place around here where I can get a job?
A job? As a security guard or in cargo transport?
Either one's fine.
Well, why don't you visit the offices?
The offices?
There are security offices and trading offices.
Alright, I'll try going there.
Or maybe not. I could just ask him. So I need to go into the offices. And it's... Maybe I can go here. I think this is like a lunchroom. It's not really the harbor cafeteria, right? No, you guys won't help me. I'm looking for the offices. Again, the fact that they designed this game so massive too is impressive. Like, you think you're playing like a modern game that was designed graphics wise. Yes, I know the polygon count per character isn't exactly impressive, but the fact that this game has so much going on in it is what impresses me.
Sorry, man. I'm in a rush.
Of course, anybody walking, they're in a rush. And I think this is the offices we need to go to. No boss here.
Excuse me,
What?
would it be possible for me to get a job here?
Sorry, but we aren't looking for help now.
Is that so? Do you know of any place in the harbor that is currently hiring?
I'm afraid not.
Is that so?
Well, aren't you depressing? So, like I was saying, like the expansive nature of this game, like the all the stuff that's going on in the game as of this point is pretty phenomenal, and the fact that it was done in the early 2000s, I can't stress this enough, was a damn near impossibility to get done. I'm sure most of you know this, but this was the most expensive game ever created at the time. There was Grand Theft Auto did not come close. Like Grand Theft Auto 1, Grand Theft Auto 2 came out before this game, but this game was in development before and after Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, and it cost a ton more money. Grand Theft Auto 5, for example, has far surpassed the Shenmue series when it comes to budget, but at least when this was developed, it was not in the same ballpark or in the same league. I'm gonna see if I can find where I have to go now again. I have a feeling I know where Goro is, but maybe not. I'm like walking around in circles here. So it was designed as one of the most expensive games, and with it came graphical accomplishments that really were hard to find, if existed at all back then. I'm actually going to talk to the cook here. For example, like everyone speaking, like fingers on the characters, like incredibly and highly detailed faces that emit emotion. Something like that wasn't done in the Nintendo 64 and
Excuse me,
PlayStation 1 days.
can you give me a job?
Is work at the harbor difficult?
No.
Out of work?
Yes.
I'd love to help, but I just work here, you see?
Okay, you can't help me. Out of my way, sir. Someone's gotta help me get a job. If you want to know what my favorite Shenmue game is, it is... Now that I think about it, it's definitely Shenmue 2. To this day. Even I love Shenmue 3 for what it brings, but Shenmue 2 to me is just a game that I have played so often and I have enjoyed so much over the years. This original Shenmue kind of got me into the story, but there were so many points of just sitting and waiting or doing monotonous things in this version of the game that didn't capture me as much as I really wanted. So,
I'm sorry. I really can't help you.
I didn't even talk to you, dude.
Hisaka-san,
Will.
I'm looking for a job around here. Do you know of any place that's hiring?
I don't know any. You should just go ask around. Try some of the people that work around here.
Thanks. I'll ask around.
I will tell you that graphically speaking, Shenmue, the first Shenmue, was a lot prettier than Shenmue 2.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I want to get a job at the harbor.
In my opinion, because the characters themselves, because there weren't so many NPCs, seemed to have more polygons that made them.
Okay.
And the weather effects were a little bit more
I'm trying to find a job
refined.
in the harbor.
The clouds, the snow, the rain looked a lot better than they did in Shenmue
other
2.
workers would know, right?
I see.
Unlike asking everybody. Let's see if I can ask this guy. But he's walking, so he might not help.
Excuse me. Do you have a minute?
I'm on patrol now. Ask someone else, will ya?
Walking people never help you out. I said that before, yet I still try. But since he's not walking, maybe?
Ain't got time now. Later, man.
That didn't work. Why did I even try that? Again, I think the only person who can help is Goro. But I don't see Goro anywhere. But let me try once again.
Tom, know of any place I can find a job?
Beats me. Try asking somewhere else, man.
Really?
Screw you then, never mind.
Huh? What is it?
Do you know of a place where I can get a job around here?
A job? Try asking at the offices.
I see.
In other words, you're not helping me much. I know it's Goro that helps you out. I just don't know what'll trigger Goro to help you out at this point. I'm kind of inclined to say, okay, let me see if I can call Guizhang and Master Chen and say, hey, can you guys help me out? I'm probably gonna do that. Why not? Dialing the slow dial again. Oh 468 61 5 6. And then it should be 47 in the Dreamcast days, but it's just gonna stop right there. I still don't really understand why you can't dial the whole number.
Hello?
Mother's Earth.
9 dragons. Oops.
Ugh, wrong one. I screwed it up again. One more time. Pick up the phone and dial again. Oh 4 6 8 6 1 5 6 4 and Mother's Earth. 9 dragons.
Hello?
Father's Heaven.
Father's Heaven. 9 dragons.
9 dragons.
Mother's Earth.
Comrades.
Comrades.
Warehouse number 8.
Master Chen, please.
Excuse me, but you are...
My name is Hazuki.
Just a moment. What is it?
Yeah. I must consult Master Chen. Arrange us a meeting.
Father's not around.
Well, could you meet me? I need to talk.
Come if you must.
This is not going to lead anywhere, but at least it'll lead to something. Been here all day, can't get a job. While everyone else is working. Yes, I really want a job at this port because that is going to increase the chances
I need to go to warehouse number
of
8.
meeting
I
the
have an
Mad
appointment with
Angels,
Master
this
Chen.
mysterious gang.
What's your name? Dio Hazuki.
I've been expecting you, sir. Please, go on in.
Let's see if there's anything or anyone in here. And no. I was hoping this was some sort of other office that I can ask someone else for a job. But no, it's an empty warehouse. And a place full of empty warehouses. So glad though that this game is a lot more forgiving with the load times. I do not miss the days of load times. And speaking of which, I mean, who's excited for the PlayStation 5 and be able to play the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or S with limited to no load times?
What is it?
That's what I'm excited about.
Could you translate this for me?
A Chinese martial arts scroll. The stab armor is a palm blow that utilizes the body's power. Take 1 step forward and 2 steps back, and then tense your limbs. The resulting impact is capable of penetrating armor, powerful enough to fell a fierce tiger in 1 hit. It's a different style from mine, so it's not clear, but if you remember what I read while practicing, perhaps you could master it.
Really?
Really?
I have work to do.
Thanks. Sorry to bother you.
I kind of wanted to ask him about a job, but all right. I mean, I'll take the scroll. I guess that's significant.
Wait! Excuse me, I need to meet Master Chen. What's your name? Dio Hazuki.
As far as I know, Master Chen is not expecting you. I'm afraid I can't let you in.
he walks away like a scolded cat, like, what? Alright. Let me ask one of these people. Actually, is this an office? Nope. Let me ask one of these people. Can I get a job?
Me?
What?
I'm looking for a job at the harbor.
Job? Well, I don't believe we have any vacancies here at the moment. We do, but we're only hiring women at the moment.
I see.
Well, that's a problem for me.
Excuse me?
You hiring, dude?
Huh?
Or are you fishing?
I want to get a job at the harbor. Who should I talk to?
Huh? Well, why don't you ask someone who works here?
Okay.
You know, Ryo Hazuki could have taken up fishing to hang out at the harbor. Why do you gotta get a job? I'll try one more time with this person. It's not gonna work, I don't think, but I give it a try just in case a scene gets animated and says, hey, you can ask me again.
What is it?
Would it be possible for me to get a job here?
Sorry, but we aren't looking for help now.
Is that so? Do you know of any place in the harbor that is currently hiring?
I'm afraid not.
Is that so?
It's like I expected a different answer. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Like expecting a different answer? And no, I don't remember. Perhaps I should search more areas of the harbor. He's staring at a bunch of crates with a piece of paper. He might know.
What is it?
Do you know if there are any job openings?
I have no idea. I'm working now. You come back later, okay?
He's like, I got a job, you don't. Come back later, okay? What about you, dude?
Sorry, but I'm working now. Can't chat with you, kid. Don't need my supervisor bitching at me.
Sure.
Wow, he's straight up said, I don't need my supervisor bitching at me. The translation in this game is pretty funny. I was reading a Dreamcast magazine review of this game, which, if you don't know, Dreamcast magazine was a magazine that was released back in the Dreamcast days that only did Dreamcast reviews and Dreamcast game assessments, yada yada yada. No one's in here. Why am I even in here? And when they were talking about this game, they talked about the translation, and they said, okay, the actual voice acting is probably not going to win any awards, but the dialogue written for this game is pretty accurate for maybe I want to head this way. The dialogue in this game is pretty accurate for what was written in Japanese, at least almost a literal Japanese translation, though it really didn't happen. I mean, you can't translate everything exactly in Japanese. Some of it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever in English, but it's not too bad. Hello, Mad Angels. They gotta be hanging around here somewhere, and he makes no recognition of it. He's just like, whatevs.
Yes, what is it?
Do you know of any places in the harbor that are hiring?
You want a job?
Yeah.
Look, I'm a security guard, so I wouldn't know about job availability.
I see.
I see. Can I go in here? Wait.
Hey, you! This here is a restricted area. Get out of here.
Get out of here, you little kid. So, another interesting thing about the review on the Dreamcast magazine of this game was the fact that they pointed out pretty much accurate flaws or imperfections of the game to this very day that are pretty common to pull out when you're looking at this game from a fresh pair of eyes. Minus the graphics. Graphics back then were a lot more impressive to that eye that hadn't experienced what we have experienced in today's graphics. However, what is going on here?
Excuse me.
He's taking a picture.
I'm looking for a job.
But
sorry, but I can't.
I will say that
I finally just got this
they were
job,
still
you know? The market is
very
pretty
generous
lousy
to
now,
Shenmue
with the
and
strong
gave it a
yen
perfect
depressing the
score,
market.
10 out of 10.
Truth is, I can
On
get
top of
laid
all
off
the
at any
flaws.
time.
I see.
And I think that's partially attributed to the fact. What is?
Excuse
okay.
me.
What is it? I'm sorry, but look, I am trying to take my break.
I guess so.
By playing with a cat. You know what? You know what's funny is that every time I see this running character, now there are a pair of running characters in this game, I always think like, man, you jog here all day, but I can outrun you all day and all night, and yet I can't talk to that person. A bit ridiculous.
Yes. Can I help you?
Do you know any place where I can get a job around here?
A job? The only jobs available around here are as a cargo transporter or security guard. There is a supervisor over at warehouse number 18 over there. Why don't you ask him?
Okay, thanks.
Warehouse number 18. Finally, unexpectedly, somebody's helping me out. I did not expect that. Can I get a job?
Can I help you?
I want to get a job in the harbor.
A job? I'm sorry, but we have more than enough workers right now.
I see. Do you know any company accepting applications for workers?
Are you still in high school?
Yes.
Very few companies hire high school students at the harbor, you know.
Is that so?
I saw someone your age recently. He was looking for work too.
Was he a high school student?
I think so, but he looked pretty delinquent. He was around warehouse number 12.
I see.
Warehouse number 12. So the story continues. Finally, I'm not running around in circles. Someone's actually pointing me in the circles I should be running around in. So warehouse number 18. We need warehouse number 12. So 1 through 17. I'm like quiet now because I'm like, finally we're proceeding with the story. Now 1 through 11, and we're looking for 12, number 18, number 12 through 17. So 1 through 11, 12 through 17. I'm guessing it's this way. 11, this is 13. That was 13. 12 through 17. Where's 12? Oh, there's 12. I totally passed by 12. All these different warehouses with different merchandise, and I'm looking for somebody around here, and I see nobody. He did say 12, right? There's no one in here. He lied to me. Now, why would he say that if there's no one here? Maybe
sorry,
you?
but I'm working now. Can't chat with you, kid. Don't need my supervisor bitching at me.
Sure.
No, he wasn't in warehouse number 12. That thing still says warehouse number 18. And forgive me if you get dizzy while I run around in this whole mess.
You need help?
Do you know if there are any job openings?
I don't know. I'm working now. Sorry, I don't have the time.
Nobody has time. And the other dude just told me warehouse number 12. But I'm gonna go back to... He's going into 13. And I just spoke to him and he said, bitching at me. But I'm gonna go back into warehouse number 18. Is this actually warehouse number 18? Wasn't I just in here? No, this is the Alpha Trading Office. No thanks. Now, I'm not saying much, I'm quiet, but I'm like, come on. Give me a break. I was just in here.
Maybe you should try in the city.
I see.
But...
Ain't too many jobs open round here, I'd reckon.
I see.
He's like, just get out of here. Go back to the city. Look for a job there. I was like, I see. No, I want a job at the harbor. See if this homeless man has a job.
Excuse me.
Eh? What is it, youngin?
Do you know any places around here that are hiring?
Son, do I look gainfully employed to you?
Huh?
What I'm saying is you're asking the wrong person. You ought to ask over at the office, or question one of them workers. Come and see me if you're interested in becoming homeless.
I see. Thank you.
That response, I see. Thank you. I see. Always classic. So, the workers aren't helping much. No one's helping much, except there was like a teenage person asking for a job that I thought might have been Goro. But I haven't seen Goro anywhere. Maybe I can ask her again.
Hisaka-san.
Will.
I'm looking for a job around here. Do you know of any place that's hiring?
I don't know any. You should just go ask around.
If anyone got an idea of what I'm supposed to do to actually either find Goro, who will hook me up with the job, or the cutscene that'll enable him to just me run into him, that would be helpful, so that we can actually get a job. Who knew that looking for a job would be so hard? I'm just about to ask this guy again, like, dude, can you help me?
About any jobs around here?
The supervisor is over at that warehouse over there.
I literally just spoke to that supervisor. And he said, go to the city. Not that security guard. I'm looking for anyone with an orange jumpsuit. Before I actually head back to Dobuita, because I should probably just head back to Dobuita and try again. You could help me.
Excuse me. Do you have a minute?
I'm on patrol now. Ask the other guards, will you?
Okay.
Never mind. I'm gonna go back to Dobuita and maybe I'll run into him there. See, once again, waiting for the schedule and this gameplay. Sorry if I haven't picked up any more than what I would have wanted to, but this is part of the beauty of Shenmue, is the fact that you have to investigate, you have to learn, you have to kind of partake in regular life, which is a bit funny because it's something that you would honestly struggle with too, like when you're either looking for information or want to get something like a job in real life. Yeah, you're not gonna just stumble upon it like a regular game would, just like, hey, I need a job, hey, all right. And this is like, no, you gotta lead up to that point that'll get you that job and ask around and go through the mystery point. But that's one of the funny things about this game too. It's the fact that most gamers, even at the time, and especially today, they're used to kind of a consistent gameplay style. A lot of action, cutscene, maybe run around a little bit, cutscene. And this game slows you down to a crawl. And when you want action, oh, the bus finally came. When you want action, it doesn't happen too often, but when it happens, you get excited. And you're almost like stiff, like that earlier fight that I had with that character, Chai, who beat me up. He wiped the floor with me, but did I really get a lot of practice of fighting in this game? Were there many opportunities to actually have a street fight in this game? No. I have opportunities to practice, like over here.
Maybe I can practice
Maybe
here.
I can practice
I should work
here a
on my
little
moves.
bit and get stronger, so I will.
I'll lose my edge if I don't practice.
Because I almost lost my edge before. But this actually, training like this actually does help. And it makes them stronger, makes them a little bit more agile, quicker to perform the move or the set of moves. There, that's what I wanted to learn. There we go. You could actually uncover new moves that you haven't technically unlocked if you just kind of like practice them here. And I'm just like pressing buttons, but these are the few opportunities that the control scheme actually changes and makes it a little bit more action oriented. But we're practicing for what? We're practicing for few fight scenes that actually take place in this game. Under kick, Shadow Reaper, overthrow, sweep throw. Back twist drop. A lot of moves. The moves list is insane in this game too. They really wanted you to perfect your martial arts. And look who just happened to be here as quick as possible.
Dio, if there is anything I can do,
And
just
he doesn't
ask
help
me,
you at all.
okay?
So I'm gonna go to the only person I know, the psychic. Maybe the psychic can help us out. Goodness, because I am just not finding this job. A good old fortune teller. Uh-oh, hi Nozomi.
What happened? Something's happened, hasn't it?
No.
A fight?
No, it's not that.
Please, you gotta stay out of trouble.
I'm fine.
Yo, but what if something happened to you?
Don't worry.
Promise me you'll take care.
Yeah, see you later.
She cares about him so much, and he's like, see you later. like, don't worry about me. Kind of reminds me of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Because
welcome, lost one.
Peter Parker never wanted Mary Jane to worry
Excuse
about
me?
him.
You seem
It's
troubled.
like, I'm fine,
Shall
but
I read your
she can't help but
fortune,
worry.
then? It's 300 yen per reading.
Let's get that clue.
Yes, please.
Well, what type of reading would you like?
Please tell me a clue.
Very well. Aha, I can see it now.
I can
In
see
the
it now.
northeast, I see the ocean. There, the person who yearns for you may bring you good fortune.
I see.
That told me nothing.
Shall I do another reading for you?
So I'm gonna
Yes,
see
please.
Well, what type of reading
Future
would you like?
reading.
Please show me the future.
Very well.
Because that didn't help at all.
Aha, I can see it now. I hear the sound of the sea. A new friend awaits you there.
Okay. But he hasn't helped me. He's just ignored me.
Shall I do another reading for you?
No thanks. But I think I know what we need to do.
Well then, please come again.
We're
when you
getting a
seek
job
guidance.
tomorrow.
I will. Goodbye.
So what have we learned today? Today we've learned that Rio is going to find out more information about the Mad Angels. It's almost like he's completely forgot about Hong Kong, because now he's like, he wants to know more information. Now he's finally starting to ask why. Now when he was insistent on getting people's money to get that boat ride over to Hong Kong, he completely lost all that money for his stupid decisions. And who was there for him? Fuxan helped him out when he was at his worst. He lost all of Fuxan's money, got no boat trip to Hong Kong, and grateful to those that helped him. But now he's kind of like asking the question, slowing a bit down, saying rather than just blindly going to Hong Kong, he's now asking, who are the Mad Angels? Why are they connected to Londi? I gotta find out more information. And it starts to slow him down finally. And yeah.
You're home. I was worried.
I'm fine.
So, how was it?
Looks like there's no easy way to get to Hong Kong.
Really? Oh. I'm so sorry I couldn't help more. I'm really ashamed. There must be something else I can do.
And he always wants to help.
It's okay, Fuxan. It's the thought that counts.
Ryo-san.
And it's always kind of like, it's the thought that counts. Goodbye. So now we have reached the end of this day and this adventure. We're going to get the job tomorrow, and we're going to get a little help. But what have we learned today? Basically, he's starting to really be focused rather than blindly going after what he wants, which is a good point. And from that note, I'm going to end today's live stream. The story will continue. What will happen when he gets the job? What will happen? What's going to happen tomorrow and going forward? But as always, thank you for watching this Twitch stream. If you're on YouTube, thank you for rewatching it on the repost. And join me not tomorrow. Tomorrow, you're going to watch Ryo Hazuki himself, Corey Marshall, is going to live stream Shenmue gameplay. I will definitely be there. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a little early than when I go on. And we're just gonna have fun here on Twitch. So definitely don't forget that. Watch it, enjoy it. November 19th, Shenmue 3 out on Steam. Don't forget to pick it up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. And of course, you've made my day because you've been here today. This is Magnus, and I'm out. See you guys later. You made me really smile today. Thanks a lot.